From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Cascade Paint & Supply is Reading's oldest family-owned paint store, established in 1953. We are the largest Dunn-Edwards dealer in the nation, and most of our products are made in the U.S. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to answer your questions and help you today.
Well, the weekend is pretty much here, and I expect to see more wet weather going into tonight and through the day tomorrow. But the first half of the weekend looks wet. The second half of the weekend, different story. Clearing skies, warmer temperatures. That continues into early next week, but we do have cooler and wetter weather returning by the middle of next week. And as that cooler air moves in, we're also talking about some low snow levels by the end of next week. So let's take a look at your North Coast forecast, and really we got the showers developing tonight, so overcast skies tonight and into tomorrow, often on chances for rain. Again, developing tonight and even going into tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at the valley. Tomorrow morning, I think we're going to be looking at maybe a few breaks in the clouds here and there, but otherwise mainly cloudy skies, often on chances for rain at some points, heavier than others. There you can see also the case here for Siskiyou and Modoc County, and not to mention in the eastern mountains. So you get the idea. Everyone has that chance for rain tomorrow. And you can see that on Futurecast. There you can see the rain kind of in the area. Now, we're not looking at widespread rain all at one time for everyone. We're going to be looking at these bands of rain kind of pushing through the day on Saturday. And you can see a nice little push coming into the valley, but not to mention to the north and west of that as well. So this is going to equate to a decent amount of rainfall when it's all is said and done. But if you're looking for some drier weather, you're going to get it. And that will be the case on Sunday. It dries out through the day on Sunday, and not to mention going into Sunday night and even into your Monday, and most likely even into next Tuesday. So the forecast rain totals, yeah, I'm expecting at least through Saturday. I mean, this takes you through Sunday, but the rain will be, of course, basically tonight and into tomorrow. I'm expecting, on average, 1/4 inch of rainfall for the valley. Now, I think some could see more than that. Others might see a little less. Again, it depends on where you are as these bands push through. Now you'll notice, again, as we typically see, more rainfall in Del Norte County, and you can see not too bad even to the north and east, getting anywhere from about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rainfall off to the north and east towards Modoc County and Lassen County. So you can see this is the system here that's trying to move through, but with high pressure in place, it's going to divert that energy up to our north. And we, as a result, you see that? We will remain dry. But there's another system coming in behind that. This one will finally push the ridge of high pressure that's over here. It'll push that to the east, and by Wednesday of next week, we're seeing the rain move in. But on top of that, we've got to look at the potential for some gusty winds. You see what's happening here? You see how we have these tightly packed lines? These, when you're tightly packed like that, mean we're going to be looking at some gusty winds. So we could be looking at gusty winds next Wednesday. But then look up to the north. We've got some cold air that's expected to cool down. It's still going to be able to tap into some moisture. So that means much lower snow levels toward the end of next week. I mean, we're talking down to about 3,000 feet and maybe even locally lower. So should be interesting as we get towards the end of next week. Now, I want to show you some of the rainfall totals through at least Thursday night of next week. And it's not looking too shabby. I think we could see 1.5 to over 2 inches of rain in the valley, of course, much less in the north and east, and of course, not to mention more to the west, especially out into Del Norte County, where we could see upwards of 4 inches or more through next Thursday. Gusty winds, that was the case today, will be the case again here for tomorrow, especially for the coast, not to mention central Siskiyou County. But look at to the east of that. The wind's not that much of an issue, maybe a little breezy at times for some of us, but then by Sunday, those winds should start to die down. Now, we're talking about that chance for rain going into the end of next week. And really, when we look at February 1st through the 5th, we've got a decent chance of some above normal rainfall. So some good rain is heading our way. And here are some of the first signs of cooler temperatures. This is where we've been with the above normal temperatures for quite some time, keeping those snow levels very high with these storms that pass through. But now we're beginning to get closer to normal for this time of the year. And quite honestly, we may eventually start to see some below normal temperatures in there, which will continue to drop those snow levels. So Fingers crossed, we could certainly use a bit more of a snowpack in the higher elevations. Your wave heights for your Saturday, 12 to 13 feet. Your wave heights for your Sunday, they will drop a little bit from 9 to about 10 feet. All right, here is a look at your marine forecast for your Saturday. South winds at 10 to 20 knots, waves from the west at 9 feet at 12 seconds. There you can see your low tide and your high tide with that small craft advisory continuing through Saturday afternoon. So for tonight, we do have those temperatures in the mid to upper 40s for the valley, mid to upper 30s for the higher elevations. For Trinity County, though, higher elevations still, but you're looking at low 40s there, low 50s inland, and low 50s out along the coast. Here's your neighborhood forecast for Trinity County, and we do have those temperatures in the mid to upper 50s for your daytime highs for your Saturday. So looking at that extended outlook, for Saturday, snow levels very high, 6,000 feet. Dry for Sunday through Tuesday. Then we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, chances for rain each of those days, but look at the snow levels beginning to drop. Starting off high on Wednesday, but then dropping down to as low as 3,000 feet and locally lower by next Friday. All right, let's take a look at your neighborhood forecast for the coast. Looking to the south here in southern Humboldt County, Garberville 62 as well as Alder Point 60 for Shelter Cove and Eureka, a high of about 64 degrees. Let's take you up north, Smith River, about a high of 62 degrees, 64 degrees for Trinidad, Hoopa about 59, and Orleans topping out at 61 degrees. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. There you can see out in Scott Valley, Fort Jones about 56, 53 out in Etna. There's Wairika with a high of 58 degrees, Dunsmuir 53, and a high of 51 degrees for McLeod. Here's your Modoc County neighborhood forecast. There you can see Cedarville, one of the cooler spots at 49, even cooler in Fort Bidwell with a high of 48, 51 out in Eagleville, Calpines, and Alturas about 53, and 52 in Canby. Here's your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast with those temperatures in the mid-50s, give or take. 56 degrees for Greenville, Paradise 60, and 52 degrees in Viola. And your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Haas Farms. We've got those temperatures in the low 60s. Now again, you can see the dry conditions for your Sunday and Monday, not to mention Tuesday, but then more wet weather going into the end of the week. In fact, by the middle to latter part of next week. Looking at your 7-day forecast for Redding, we got the showers off and on through the day on Saturday. Could be heavy at times, or at least moderate to heavy. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's dry, and look at that high on Sunday, a high of 72 degrees. But then I'm expecting those mid to upper 50s for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with off and on showers and much lower snow levels.